my name's Fraser. I work for a company called Shan Cycles who make hand-built frames in the UK, and we're based in Livingston in Scotland. Now this is a small unofficial video, and basically it's a small personal project just to make a new hardtail mountain bike frame for myself. Okay, now I had previously made a steel hardtail with Shand before. Again, it's another personal project. Most of the guys in here like to do small projects. It's good just for picking up various skills, and it's a fun kind of learning experience. Previous one, which I badged up just Shand again, because it is a Shand, and it was just called a Hullet. And it's a 29 stroke B plus bike, 140 travel, 65-degree head angle, effective 74.5 seat tube angle, 51 millimeter bottom bracket drop, and it's based around a 140 Fox fork. Essentially just a straightforward steel hardtail. And what I had initially done was drawing something that was substantially longer and slacker, but not lower, because I like to pedal over rocks. Thanks very much. So where I ride typically, it's an area in Scotland called the Trossachs, and I just wanted to have a bike that I can ride down what essentially most of the time walkers paths off of Munros, Corbetts and so on, and I don't want to get constant rock strikes. So when I initially drew this out, like I said, it was longer, slacker, and brought it back to a kind of golden mean, if you want to call it that, and that's the dimensions just mentioned. Now in this new frame, I've basically just gone back to my original drawing. I just built what I was going to build originally 3 years ago. So it's slightly beefed up tube set. It's still, both bikes use 853 DZB front ends, different diameter on the top tube on the new frame. Previous frame had used gussets up front, just dropped those gussets now, there's no need for them. Head tube, bottom bracket are exactly the same. Main difference, apart from the geometry in terms of fittings, obviously the back end, and what you can see, what you will see, is the fact that in the previous one you just had a fixed Sinte style dropout. New bike has sliding dropouts. This is going to allow me to move the bottom bracket, move the back end and play about with the overall wheelbase, because with the dropout slammed, the wheelbase on new bike is 1275, so pretty long, and if you extend it out, you're 1300 millimeters. For me, at just under 5'10", that's a pretty long bike, and I wanted to have the ability to play about with it, just to see, essentially. The other thing I'll be able to do is both bikes use a press fit 30 bottom bracket shell, which means I can put an eccentric unit in, one of our own, made by Rideworks, and that will allow me to either run the bikes at single speed, as in the one with fixed dropouts, but it also lets me play about with bottom bracket height. So the intention is I'll put a standard Holt bottom bracket in it first, and then I can revisit it and use different wheelbase, different bottom bracket drop with the same frame, and just changing it with componentry. Make it nice and neat. Okay, so we've gone through the full process, ending just with Euan painting. One stage not shown there for Euan is that the frame is then polished. All the frames that we make for customers are all waxed with automotive wax. Now here is the finished article, the Tigerm, and what we've got is sliding dropouts as before, press fit 30 shell, 44mm head tube, and DZB front end. We've got some revisions on there as well, but we've also got some nice touches from Euan. Hopefully you can pick those up. So we've got a nice wee logo sketched on a post-it note and then turned into an actual finished article. And Euan on all his bikes puts a small version of himself. He's got his own Instagram account, painted by Euan. Again, it's unofficial. And he's done a nice little Mexican wrestler, so hopefully that shows up. Nice gold lame face there as well. Tasteful. So now all we're going to do is to take my old parts and pop them on this new frame. Okay, thanks for watching. I'm going to put more videos. We're going to mess about with the forks a little bit, offset, do something with the air chamber as well, and post a kind of review of the bike, maybe after a month or so, just to see what I actually think of the kind of super long kind of thing, and if I can push it further as well. Feel free to subscribe if you like, that'd be cool. And thanks. Cheers.